30 million euros may be about to leave through the doors of the Bernabeu. A star worth 180 million could end up on the bench, even in top form. And a Real Madrid player just delivered a massive performance with the national team. But that might make his life in Madrid even harder. Meanwhile, a veteran is being targeted by a foreign club and could be sold this month. And there's more. A Premier League legend dropped a line that will make any Madridista jump out of their chair. But hold on, I'm not telling you everything just yet, because what's going on behind the scenes at Real Madrid is jaw-dropping. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button because this is a Fanatics channel, no fluff, straight from the Madridista heart. If you breathe Real Madrid, this is your place. Now let's dive into today's bombshells. Coach Xabi Alonso, who came in promising intensity and a winning mentality, is planning something that could really, and I mean really, shock Real Madrid fans. According to Real Madrid Confidencial, he intends to make a heavy rotation in the squad right after the FIFA break. But it's not just some little rotation. The plan is to start the next game against Real Sociedad with Kylian Mbappe on the bench. Yes, you heard that right. Mbappe. The guy who's already scored 47 goals in 62 games for Real, La Liga's top scorer, winner of the European Golden Shoe, is going to sit on the bench. That's because Xabi Alonso's focus is to preserve his most decisive players for the Champions League, especially against Marseille, who are coming in strong. But Mbappe won't be the only one rested. Names like Federico Valverde and Tchouaméni, who've been playing almost every possible minute, are also expected to miss this match. So who's in? That's where things get interesting. Dani Ceballos, David Alaba, Fran Garcia, and Raúl Asensio are set to get the long-awaited chance to shine. But look, this isn't just rest, it's a real test. Alonso wants to see who has the guts and the game to wear the white shirt when the starters can't. He wants everyone ready for battle. And I'll tell you more. If this plan works, we could be witnessing the birth of a more versatile and unpredictable Real Madrid. But if it goes wrong, get ready for a storm of criticism. And you, die-hard fan, what do you think of Alonso's bold move? Mbappe on the bench, genius strategy, or complete madness? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from our crazy fan base. One player seeing all this from a different angle is Dani Ceballos, the forgotten man of Real Madrid's midfield. According to Mundo Deportivo, Ceballos is treating this season as the most decisive of his career. The guy almost left Real Madrid just days ago, but decided to stay and now wants to prove he can be a key piece both for Xabi Alonso and for Luis de la Fuente's Spanish national team. But the mission won't be easy at all. Real's midfield is practically a fortress. Bellingham, Valverde, Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Guler, all young, fast, and already fan favorites. But for the first time since arriving in 2018, Ceballos doesn't have Modric and Kroos blocking his way anymore. Now it's just him and the ball at his feet. He wants to prove his worth, to show he still has something to offer. And if he manages to carve out a spot in the starting XI, he could even secure a place in the World Cup. Honestly, the fight is going to be brutal, but the guy is focused. And with Alonso looking to rotate more, maybe this is the chance he's been waiting for. While some players are fighting tooth and nail for a chance to shine in the white shirt, others might have their bags ready, just days away from a possible farewell to the Santiago Bernabeu. And the craziest part, the transfer window in Spain is already closed, but in Turkey and Saudi Arabia, it's still open. Meaning, there's still time for surprises. According to the newspaper Sport, 2 Real Madrid players remain under close watch from Turkish clubs, David Alaba and Raúl Asensio. Even without much official movement, things are heating up behind the scenes. And the suitors are Turkish football giants, Fenerbahce and Beşiktaş, 2 clubs used to fighting for titles and looking to seize any opportunity to land heavy reinforcements. The most striking case is Raúl Asensio, the young defender who had been a promising talent in the academy and finally managed to carve out a spot in the first-team squad. With the arrival of Beşiktaş's new coach, Sergen Yalçın, the story changed. The manager wants a new defender, fast, strong, and with good passing ability. And guess who showed up on the list? Exactly him, Asensio. The guy became a top priority for the Turkish club. But here comes the plot twist. Asensio doesn't want to leave at all. The kid sees being part of Real Madrid's first team as the fulfillment of a childhood dream, something he never imagined living so soon. For him, every training session with the stars, every trip with the group, every minute on the bench is already worth gold. Even without many minutes on the pitch, he believes staying in Madrid is an essential part of his growth as both a player and a person. And walking away from that dream now would be, in his words, giving up everything he fought for. Now, David Alaba's case is much more delicate. The Austrian, who was once a key piece of Real Madrid's defense and even seen as Sergio Ramos's natural successor, has been in decline over the past seasons. Mistakes in decisive moments, injuries, underwhelming performances, all of this has tarnished his image at the club. And there's more. His salary is among the highest in the squad, which starts to become a problem when performances on the field don't match. Despite all that, Alaba still has prestige internationally. Fenerbahce, who want to raise their level to fight with Europe's top clubs, are ready to make a concrete offer. They see in the Austrian not only experience and leadership, but also marketing value and locker room impact. For a club like Fener, bringing in a Real Madrid player is much more than reinforcing the defense. It's about showing the whole continent that they mean business. Alaba himself, in an interview at the start of preseason, admitted he's far from his best. "I know I'm not at my ideal level, but I'm going to work hard to get back to being the player everyone expects." In other words, he's aware of his situation, but he wants to bounce back wearing the shirt of the biggest club in the world. And that's where the doubt creeping around Valdebebas comes in. Will Real Madrid take this chance to offload a high salary and still bring in some cash? Is it time to open up space for younger defenders and refresh the backline? And here's the key detail. The Saudi Arabian market is also open until the 11th. Yes, one more possible destination, not only for Alaba, but for any other player Real might want to move. With two windows still open and two players with very different profiles, the situation can change at any moment. One who is shining away from Madrid is young Arda Guler. In Turkey's match against Georgia, the opening game of the Euro qualifiers, he simply destroyed. At just 20 years old, Turkey's number 10 delivered an assist, a pre-assist, and had almost 90% pass accuracy. It was his pinpoint pass that set up Kerem Aktürkoğlu's early goal, and it was also his play that initiated Turkey's third goal. He came off in the 85th minute to a standing ovation, showing he's more than ready to get more minutes at Real. But will Alonso now see him differently? With so many stars in the squad, it's tough. But Guler is proving he deserves a spot. And to wrap things up, check out what Michael Owen, former Premier League star and Ballon d'Or winner, said. On a show with Rio Ferdinand, Owen spoke without hesitation. "Kylian Mbappe is the best player in the world. He can end a game all by himself." He went on to say that Mbappe has it all. Dribbling, speed, finishing, touch. He has the ability to embarrass any defender. And guess who else praised the Frenchman? None other than Didier Deschamps, coach of the French national team. According to him, Mbappe is fresher, more of a leader, and more dangerous than ever. Looks like wearing the Real Madrid shirt really turns players into monsters. If you made it this far, it's because Madridista blood runs strong in your veins. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and share this video in your Real Madrid fan WhatsApp group, and drop your comments. Who deserves more minutes? Ceballos or Guler? Would you sell Alaba? And Mbappe on the bench? Yes or no? Here it's hot news, controversy, and real emotion every single day. See you in the next video. And Hala Madrid!